We're here today to forever memorialize those brave veterans in Yavapai County whose check was cashed and made the ultimate sacrifice to defend the United States and the freedoms we hold so dear. There's another saying regarding the sacrifice of veterans that goes, all gave some and some gave all. All of the veterans here today, if you can, please stand or wave and be recognized. Thank you all for your service and your sacrifice. Now all of the combat veterans, please stand if you can and be acknowledged. This day has a special meaning for those of us who have seen the elephant and have experienced the loss firsthand of a fellow service brother or sister. I thank you. But our purpose today is to honor the Yavapai County veterans who laid their lives on the altar of freedom, specifically U.S. Army veterans, First Lieutenant Jonah Russell, United States Army from Cottonwood, Cornville, who died on July 23, 2013 in Afghanistan as part of Operation Enduring Freedom. Lieutenant Russell was assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 15th Infantry Regiment, 4th Infantry Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Infantry Division based out of Fort Stewart, Georgia. Russell graduated from Yavapai Community College in 2008. His awards and decorations included the Ranger Tab, Airborne Badge, Air Assault Badge, Combat Infantry Badge, Bronze Star Medal, Purple Heart Medal, Afghanistan Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Medal, the NATO Medal, Good Conduct Medal, and the National Defense Service Medal. We are also highlighting and honoring Sergeant First Class Barrett McNabb, U.S. Army from Chino Valley. Bear, as he was known, died June 12, 2012 in Afghanistan on his 5th overseas deployment while supporting Operation Enduring Freedom. McNabb was assigned to the 562nd Engineer Company, 2nd Stryker Brigade, Combat Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division, based out of Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington. McNabb graduated from Chino High School in 1995 and enlisted in the Army in 1999. His awards and decorations included the Bronze Star Medal, Purple Heart Medal, Army Commendation Medal with Valor Device, Global War on Terrorism Medal, and the National Defense Medal. We're also honoring Specialist Henson Samton, U.S. Army from here in Prescott, who died March 8, 2008 in Iraq. He was assigned to the 7th Special Troops Battalion, 7th Sustainment Brigade, and based out of Fort Eustis, Virginia. Samton enlisted in the U.S. Army while residing here in Prescott. His awards and decorations include the Purple Heart Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, and the National Defense Medal. Private Reese Moreno, United States Army from Prescott Valley. Private Moreno died November 24, 2006 in Iraq, supporting Operation Iraqi Freedom. Moreno was assigned to the 92nd Engineer Battalion, 3rd Sustainment Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division, based in Fort Stewart, Georgia. Moreno he attended Bradshaw Mountain High School in Prescott Valley and graduated early from Yavapai County High School in order to enlist in the U.S. Army. His awards and decorations included the Iraqi Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, and the National Defense Service Medal. Gunnery Sergeant Edward Pete Reeder, United States Marine Corps, from Camp Verde. Sergeant Reeder died August 21st, 2004 in Iraq, supporting Operation Iraqi Freedom. Reeder was assigned to Headquarters Battalion, 1st Service Force Support Group, 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, based in Camp Pendleton, California. Reeder was born in Flagstaff, Arizona, attended schools in Rimrock, Mayer, and Camp Verde, where he graduated from Camp Verde High School in 1990. His awards included the Purple Heart Medal, Armed Forces Service Medal, the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, and the Global War on Terrorism Medal. Additionally to these 4 Iraqi-Afghanistan veterans, during the 2 years that our project's founder, Betty Borgo, began researching all of the veterans from Yavapai County who lost their lives in service, she found 27 additional veterans from World War I through Vietnam that were inadvertently overlooked on the original plaque. They will also be memorialized here today. Before we begin the program, some important recognitions are in order. First and foremost is the founder and co-chair of the Memorial Plaque Committee, Betty Borgo. If it wasn't for Betty, we wouldn't be here today. It was her vision and commitment over 2 years ago to honor this generation of Iraq-Afghanistan veterans that needed to be added to this monument and was the genesis of this project. Betty, will you please stand? Betty wrote a letter to the editor of the Daily Courier over a year ago expressing her frustration in not being able to generate interest in her efforts to honor these veterans that caught my attention and the attention of veterans from the VFW Mingus Mountain Post in Prescott Valley. Bill Dunn, Dick Marley, and Bill Halpin volunteered their help. Then Josh Holt from the VFW Bucky O'Neill Post here in Prescott joined the effort as a representative of his generation of Iraq-Afghanistan veterans. And then joining the committee was Julie Holst, who has done an incredible job coordinating this ceremony today. Would you all please stand and be acknowledged? I want to give a special thanks to Yavapai County Supervisor Chip Davis, who was the first to pledge his support for our project. Then Supervisors Craig Brown and Rolly Simmons, who met with Betty and I and pledged their full support. Also Supervisors Jack Smith and Tom Thurman, who gave us the unanimous support of the board. We thank you all. We have many of the nearly 100 donors to the cost for these plaques in this ceremony with us here today. They're really too numerous for me to name, but are listed in your program. We sincerely thank all of you for your support. I do want to specifically mention John Stonecipher and his staff at Guidance Aviation that provided a most generous matching donation that allowed our fundraising efforts to really accelerate last year. Thank you, John, and your staff. Additionally, there is one veteran business owner who insists on remaining anonymous. They made 2 very generous donations, the last of which allowed us to reach our fundraising goal just a few months ago. Thank you very much. I will ask you to make a note of the truly veteran-supportive businesses listed in the program and ask you to please patronize them. We also want to thank retired Colonel Denny Peoples and retired Lieutenant Colonel Bill Kemper and their Prescott High School Junior ROTC cadets for assisting us today in the ceremony. Best of luck to you and your future military careers. I do want to recognize many of the local officials in the audience today. I see State Representative Karen Fan, Mayor Harry Oberg, and council members from Prescott, Mayor Goode, and council members from Prescott Valley, Mayor Marley, and council members from Chino Valley, Mayor Jones, and members from Cottonwood. I know Mayor German is here from Camp Verde. Thank you all for attending. I appreciate it. Now, to begin our program, let me introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Memorial Plaque Committee member, retired U.S. Air Force veteran, and past quartermaster of the VFW Mingus Mountain Post 10227 in Prescott Valley, Bill Halpern.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.